Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumble through! Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through, fumbling through. Fumbling through!
Howdy doody, dice rolling dungeon delvers and digital downloaders. Welcome to Fumble Through!
Fumble through!
A podcast that's currently blinded and stunned for 2d4 rounds and may never fully recover. Join us as we continue to play through Advanced Dungeons & Dragons Adventure LC3, Night Watch in the Living City, and find out more about how Reg Reggington, Miles Millington and Flopsy Floppington are getting on through their eventful patrol on the docks of Absalom. And if you haven't already become an official Fumble File,
You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or if you're a boomer, we have a newsletter.
also,
Leave us a review. Send us some messages. Let us know how we're going. If there's things we're doing you like, let us know. If there's things we're doing you don't like, don't let us know.
we're very sensitive. I'm Justin, the Dungeon Master and Loudmouth, and joining me in the Fumble Factory because we can't get any ladies to play with us are Lindsay,
Butt kicking for goodness!
Luke,
Hello everyone, today the Milky Bars are on me.
and Brett.
So I've been wondering what the speed of dark is.
What do you mean the speed of dark?
Well, we know what the speed of light is, right?
Oh, I get you. Oh, that took me a moment. As massive nerds and role players, we like to discuss, debate, argue, and fight over a range of stupid topics. This week, we have a question sent in by one of you. If you have a suggestion for a discussion point, please hit us up on our social pages. The question is, what fantasy weapon would you like in real life?
Who suggested that?
Luke.
Thanks, Luke.
Not me.
No, not you.
Just,
A different-
another
Yeah,
Luke.
it'd be
There
nice-
are more, there's more than
Yeah.
one Luke in the world,
It
right?
would be
Yep.
nice if
Okay,
you get
cool.
on our socials and follow us. That'd be
It
great.
would actually, yeah.
I've been reading the Stormlight Archive by Brendan Sanderson. You guys read? No? Yes?
No.
Okay. So there is these little spren, which are basically fairies, I guess, of emotions. And if you bond with one of these sprens, it becomes a shard blade, which will turn into whatever weapon you want. And it can be whatever length you want, super light. And basically it can cut through anything. So it can cut through solid stone, anything dead it will just slice through. And anything alive it will sever. That's
I got
It'll sever, slither. Yeah, it'll do the lot.
sever their soul.
Say that again.
I've never had to say that out loud. That's cool. Sever their soul.
Did Sally on the seashore
great.
do that?
That's so great. So, Lindsay, are you often in the need in real life of cutting through anything and that is really hard to say, and severing people's souls?
Cutting through anything? Yes. You know, that could be quite handy. Have you ever tried to open those plastic sealed packages?
Salami
true.
in them.
That's
Just
true.
a shard blade. And then when you don't need it, it's just a little floating friend that only you can see and talk to.
Okay.
I already have one of them, but, you know, it doesn't turn into a weapon.
Luke?
I think I'd have to go for the Sword of Grayskull. I think at the end of the day, a sword that not only is indestructible, but gives you the ability to turn into an absolute kick-ass barbarian is just...
Whose version?
What do you mean? Oh, the original?
Like she is?
Yeah. What? No.
Can turn
That
into
cheap
anything, right?
knockoff? No.
That was excellent.
Yeah, no, it's fair
Could be
enough.
whatever it wanted.
Sorry, no.
So
I don't want a sword that's going
You
to turn
want
me
the
into a
power
6-foot
of Grayskull.
woman with long hair and...
You've got heels for
Oh,
that
I
already,
do.
my friend.
At least then we've
I'd
got
never
a girl
leave
on
the room. Yeah.
I'm looking it up right now, Luke. It is called the Sword of Power.
It's the Sword of Grayskull.
By the power of
Grayskull. Sword
the
of
Sword
Power.
of Power or the Sword of Grayskull.
Oh, fuck you all. You just like picking on me, eh?
So what would you do with that sword in real life?
In real life?
Yeah.
You know, I would go into like a Mr. Universe competition or Mr. Olympia, pull it out, fire it off, and
But
then
you
go
have
have
to-
pose on the stage.
But then you have to hold it the whole time.
No. He doesn't have to hold it to maintain the form.
So you just want it for
so,
its transformative
yeah, that's
powers.
right. That's right. Absolutely. I mean, it's
So-
not going to sever thorls or anything like that. So, but far more useful.
So you'd get buff and then what? Just throw it in the ocean? Then
But
stay
no.
buff
Go
forever?
buff, put it aside, do the flexing, and then debuff, and then go about my daily
Why
life.
would
where
you
people
debuff, though?
So people wouldn't recognize me. I get all the fame and fortune, but I want to be able to go out and do my daily things.
Yeah, but then you'd have to have that page boy haircut the whole time. that you're
I'm pretty
buff.
sure that was not a prerequisite of having the sword, or the lilac tights. Yeah,
Do you have a cat?
I used to. That one was called Snarf.
Oh.
I know, right?
Oh, so
Sword
you-
of Omens.
and
Yeah,
I
I
was
know that
gonna
would have
say-
made more sense to do the Sword of Omens. Yeah, but
in real life,
yeah.
Did give you sight beyond sight.
Yeah, for Thundera.
Yeah, call down the Thundercats.
Yeah.
Oh!
Give me sight beyond sight. Where are the Thundercats? No, they don't exist.
I see them on Channel 10.
Points you to every old VCR in the world.
Every Saturday morning of the 80s.
VCR for our millennials.
I am a millennial.
Yeah.
You know what VCR
Yeah, you know what?
is.
You're one of the rare ones then.
So for the listeners at home,
Yeah, VCRs are so ironic.
Yeah. Do you know what a Betamax is, though?
Yes, only because when I had my old Monaro, we found one in the boot.
He also knows what a Betamax off is. What about you, Brett?
I think the Krull star knife was pretty cool. It's called the glaive, is it? I like that. I like the fact that it can go out and come back and it can chop people up. I love that. But I don't know that it's useful in everyday life. I think the thing that might be more useful in everyday life would be the elf stones of Shannara.
Are they weapons, though?
They were weaponized. They killed creatures.
Pretty sure Reggie could probably do with those as well. Stick them in his hand and give him an
Yeah,
almighty
Reggie
punch.
could use some stones.
Oh, dude.
Oh, shots fired.
It was low hanging fruit.
That was shots fired.
His stones are low-hanging fruit. What about you, Justin?
If you have a hammer, all you can do is hit things. If you have a sword, all you can do is cut things. So the weapon that I want is something that's a bit of dual purpose and something that's been given new life recently.
Shearer's sword, yeah.
You're very close. I want Wonder Woman's lasso. Because Wonder Woman's lasso, I can carry it around every day through the streets. The cops aren't going to bother me like you idiots with your swords on your backs. Or Lindsay, yours is
I'm fine,
invisible,
yeah.
so you're good. The other thing that you can do with that is you can make people tell the truth. And if you go by the modern DC Universe cartoons, you can use it to swing and flip and flop all around the place. It's like a rope that actually has a mind of its own and you can do things with it. That is the weapon that I would like to have on the daily. Can also tie people up, but that's my own personal thing.
You wouldn't use it for people to tell you the truth,
Yeah.
would you?
Admitting about it is the first
Oh,
step.
no.
Would you use it on
Fantastic.
yourself?
Not if I ask them their opinion of me.
Backfire badly.
Yeah. No bullshit. Oh fuck! You're telling the truth.
I'm seeing a bit of similarity between you and Luke not wanting to have any kind of visualization of yourself. Just change my person and
Maybe it's a career
change
choice.
the perspective of me for other people.
I actually found that question really difficult to think about because I was like, what when you've got a weapon in real life, like how do you I was thinking actually what's his name? Hellboy's gun at one point because that's a wicked weapon or a lightsaber. The first thing I do with a lightsaber, and then I was like, all I'd fucking do is cut my house to pieces because we're like, bam, oh, whoom. That's all I would do.
I'm pretty sure you'd cut yourself pretty
Yeah.
quickly as
I
well.
would be maimed.
You'd be like, look how cool I am.
I do love how they portray those in the films, though, because they give the impression that the blade has weight. Because obviously, when the actors
they
are
do.
using the props, they're sticks, but there's no weight to them at all. So that would really change how you would use that weapon.
Well, if light can stop at some point, maybe there's some kind of physics in their universe we don't know about. Maybe it does have weight.
Yeah,
Maybe it's got the weight of midi-chlorians.
holding all that light in one place does add some heft to it.
It's got the weight of the last 3 movies on its shoulders.
Oh, dude. Oh.
Oh, okay. That's Lord of the Rings
Wow.
and Star Wars.
We
We've fucked
are
over.
really alienating our audience.
Go
yeah.
Doctor Who for the trifecta, Justin. Go on.
Oh, we've
Jesus.
done Doctor Who as well.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
No, I'll
Luke
trash
doesn't like
that.
Doctor Who. Oh,
Can I change my answer?
yeah.
Can you guys come with me? We'd be Voltron.
Ooh,
Oh.
would be missing a piece
Only the head.
or one leg.
Again, the only thing Voltron was ever good at was fighting other giant space things. And then the whole episode, you go, eventually he'll pull his sword out.
Okay, hang
and
on. I
he'll
got a
just chop it
question.
in two.
When you say fancy weapon, what do you actually mean? An actual weapon? Because I mean, the DeLorean from Back to the Future, time traveling, could be used as a weapon.
It's true. I don't know. You
So
asked
could-
the question.
So could every car.
How did I ask the question?
Luke asked the question.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
Good one, Luke.
How about you guys let us know what fantasy weapon you'd have in the socials?
That'd be a good idea.
Yep. Hit us up on Facebook because we're all.
It's true.
Where we left last week, you had continued your duties in the night watch, patrolling the dock area. After saving the Princess Mara Varjanray from a runaway coach, you had agreed to escort her home to the Gardens of Opulent Splendor. On the way there, you were passing under a bridge. Reg and Miles heard a muffled sound. Turning, they saw a small creature halfway up the 30-foot curved tunnel wall, its elongated arms stretched out and wrapped around Flopsy's throat, cutting off both his airways and his ability to make noise. Bum, bum, bum! Roll for initiative. That's you too, Flopsy.
Fucking finally.
Poopy.
Did you finally get a good initiative
Yeah,
roll?
I did.
Reg, what did you get?
So Reg got a 23 on his initiative.
That is a good initiative roll. There's a bit of table rivalry between Luke and Lindsay at the moment.
Only because I've sunk so many bloody feats into this kind of thing, and he hasn't, and he seems to always roll better than me.
Well, Lindsay is constantly on at me about how he's taking down things and how he's punching things better than Reg.
The support character has taken down everything, and the monk is rolling really.
You know, just like to
shit.
point out that my eyebrows are still on my face because I didn't open up a book and get a burning hands to the face.
So, I guess this is my time for you to shine as little Reg, Luke. So,
What?
Lindsay, what did Miles McCarthy get?
27. No,
Fuck off.
no, you got a 5.
Oh, that is not good at all. And Flopsy, what did you get?
8.
An 8. So Flopsy actually beats the enemy. Okay. Little Reg, in front of you, you see this small creature. Its arm, it's got these weird kind of claws on the end of it. They're webbed claws, 5 big things. This arm is probably about 10 foot long. Think of it like a plastic man or elongated man. Just
Stretch Armstrong.
yeah, Stretch Armstrong just stretched out from the wall. It's literally wrapped its rubbery arms around Flopsy's throat and started pulling him up off the ground. Flopsy is like choking. You can see like Flopsy literally eyes bulging and he can't speak. For the probably, I mean, I don't know if you want to stop that.
So hang on, how high up the wall is it?
It's about 10 foot high.
How narrow is the actual alleyway that we're in?
It's like a 30-foot half circle is the tunnel.
Okay, cool. So I will flurry and throw several shurikens at this
Ooh, I like it.
nasty thing in the. Okay, so we will go for a first natty 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh,
Hit
that's
it, hit
what
it,
we
hit it.
want.
Hit it,
Okay.
hit it.
Oh, and a natty 19. So yep,
That's going to
yeah,
hit.
we're happy with that, are we? I didn't
That
even have
is
to add
going
my
to hit.
modifiers to that.
So the
That's
first shuriken.
okay, the first shuriken. That's a D2. It's 4 points of damage in total for that one.
4 points of damage is not bad at all.
No, Luke, that's a critical. It's a critical.
Yeah, that
You
was
do
a
a critical.
Yeah, it's D2 for a shuriken.
You did
on
add
the
your strength
damage.
to that.
Yes, I rolled 2 1s.
Okay. All right.
Well, that's 50% of the damage.
Look. Consistency is what wins.
4 points of damage is
It's
not
4
nothing.
points of damage,
It is
yeah.
not nothing.
The second hit will be a 16.
A 16 will hit.
Oh, happy days. Right. There we go. Okay, so that's 2 points of damage.
Oh, fuck.
That leads us to the enemy. The tentacle that's wrapped around your head, Flopsy, just starts to constrict you even more, doing immediate damage. It doesn't even have to roll for this. And it does 6 points of damage as it starts to constrict you. You then see it move with almost a superhuman strength as it makes a CMB check 24 to grapple you, Flopsy.
Not a chance.
24? Are you kidding? Of course.
And then it moves to the top. Flopsy dangles straight down as if he's almost being hung by the neck.
Because he's being hung by the neck.
Because he's being hung by the neck. Flopsy, your go.
So is it 46 take the best 3? Is that...
I believe in you, Flopsy.
Flopsy can't talk, right?
You can't talk.
Great. Flopsy will use his move action. No. Flopsy will grab a dagger off his belt and try and stab it above his head to cut the tentacle.
Go for it.
He went for the tentacle, not for himself. Yep. Fuck off.
So
I rolled a 2, which gives me a 1 to hit.
Oh, that's nasty. This is not Flopsy's greatest moment that he's ever seen. You see him pull out the dagger. You see that happen. Miles McCarthy. Come on.
So he's 30 foot and above the air?
I would say that he's dangling 10 foot down, so he's about 20 feet above.
So I'm wanting to I want to be within 30 feet of the creature. Is that possible? For
Oh,
my range,
definitely.
Charlie? Okay. And also, a question for Reg: does he make like martial arts noises when he punches?
No, he's like a ninja, man. He's silent ass. Don't waste any energy on making noises.
Well, Miles isn't going to be like Reggie. And he's going to, there's a lady present. So he's going to run up to where he's in 30 foot of this creature and he's going to be like, sleep, strike! And he's going to punch up into the air and a ghostly fist is going to come from his fist and collide with the creature. And I need it to make a will save.
I fucking fail this.
Yeah.
But you get to do 4
Flopsy's
damage.
going to die from full damage.
Oh, shit. Really?
That is a will save of 22.
He saves, and I cannot do that on him again
I'm so happy right
for
now.
the rest of the day.
I'm so happy.
So sorry, just who's been the most effective in that round?
Flopsy.
Oh, shuriken fired. At that moment, you hear the lady Princess Mara Va Jeanre say to you, I've had enough for one night. I shall see myself home. And you see her scream and she runs away into the mist. Reg.
Can I make an attempt to run and do an acrobatics run up the wall and try and grab onto Flopsy's leg?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Okay, so you just want an acrobatics roll?
Yep. What kind of movement speed? What's your movement? You're 30.
So 20 feet. So I'm just going to literally just run straight up the wall as close as I... So how far away is he from the wall? So if I run straight up the wall, am I going to be there?
So
or
it's a semicircle
Yeah,
and he's right in the middle of it.
right? Oh, fuck. Okay. So
Yeah.
can I run up, say maybe 10 feet and make a jump from there across?
Let's see what happens. It's not going to be an easy thing.
Okay. So what do I... So I'm rolling acrobatics for what?
Rolling acrobatics.
The run up the wall first?
Just do with acrobatics for the whole thing.
Okay, so I got a 17.
Oh, that's not
for
bad.
the acrobatics. Yes.
In total?
Yeah.
Oh, you get to run up the wall, you fly backwards, and you just miss. It's a very tall, being as small as you are, maybe if you were a medium-sized creature, you probably would have made it.
Ouch! Ouch!
Yeah.
I mean, that's ouch.
As
That's
a
so
smaller
sizist.
creature, you do take negatives to jumping.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So that counts as a move action. So I can now.
That would have been all your actions
Oh.
because you would have had to run 10 feet up the wall.
Yeah, of course,
yeah.
of course, and then yeah.
Yeah, that would have been your entire move. Unless you want to do
Okay.
something else. Well, I guess you've already resolved it.
Yeah,
so
I can't
fuck
do
you.
anything now. So I've probably been about as effective as Miles right now. So
Oh, this is
let's go, dog.
yeah. Okay, I'm quite actually upset that I brought this up.
It's on like Donkey Kong. Oh shit, we don't own Nintendo money now.
Oh, all right, and that's all the royalties we earned this month straight out the window.
Can you two stop just locking eyes with each other like that?
Well, I'm going to teach the boy my tricks. He's better come up with the goods, eh?
The next go is the Choker, who gets an automatic constrict damage on any creature that it starts its go constricting. This is awful. Flopsy, how are you looking right now?
A little bit airborne, dangling, head's going a little purple from breath. Big welt around the neck, I guess.
Okay. Are you bloodied?
Yeah,
What about after 7 more points of damage?
yeah, definitely bloodied.
This is not great. This is not great at all. Flopsy, it's your go. Are you still even up?
Flopsy is hanging limp.
Oh.
Tell me again the rules for stabilizing.
The stabilizing is a DC of 10.
10 plus the negative.
10 plus
And you
the-
add your con, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Excellent. Something happens to Flopsy in the air. You see his tail go limp.
Oh, this is...
Wait, what? Isn't it
Even more
Isn't he
limp.
called Flopsy?
You mean it falls off, is what you mean, yeah?
like a skink. We can rebuild him with this.
He will regrow.
oh, Miles.
Sorry
come
to
on.
ruin him.
Yeah, don't let Miles try and skin him. That's
Okay,
for sure.
this is key. This is key. Miles, you've been talking a big game. You've been telling me you are most valuable player. I've put a schism between you and Reg's character right now. Well, as players.
I've only got one thing and it's not looking good.
Can I just ask one quick? Is anyone standing underneath me?
Yeah, I am.
Do they need to make a reflex save for the dagger that I'm holding that falls down 30 odd feet?
I thought you were about to say for the urine that's dripping down your limp tail.
Traditionally, it's a bowel movement, Justin.
All right, come on, Miles. This is the moment.
Miles is going to look up and he's going to be like, drop him! And he's going to cast Daze.
Oh, days for days.
So I need a will save.
Nice. Another will save. Come on.
That is a will save of 9. What
Yes.
happens? What happens to him?
So Daze clouds his mind and he takes no actions the next turn.
Does he drop what's in his hands? Does it say anything about that?
Let me read the last sentence. No, it just says it makes no actions.
So this creature, you see its eyes roll back into its head. Not that it's got pupils or anything. And it just has a blank expression and it starts to wobble like it's on Mortal Kombat and it's just lost all of its healing. You got a move action left, Miles?
I don't think I can do anything to get there. He's up on a wall, right?
Yeah, he's on the roof.
No, I'm good. I'll wait there. I'll try and catch him. I'm a big boy.
Reg, what are you going to do? Come on, Reg, finish this off.
So tell me, how does Flopsy look at the minute?
From all accounts, Flopsy's looking pretty flopsy.
So I'm just going to burst.
What?
Fuck off. Yeah, we leveled up, right? I got a level 2. I'm a cleric. Level 2 cleric. Level
Oh.
1. I got to go to level in cleric, so I can burst for 1d6. Yeah.
Clerics are the best characters.
Okay, so Reg, having thrown a couple of shurikens, and now seeing Flopsy go really limp, is now really concerned. So Reg is now going to burst. So he kind of like just feels this energy coursing through his hands, and like kind of realization of a friend in need and needing to heal, and then this energy just shoots out of his hands in this global kind of burst. All within this channel of within the tunnel that we're in. So it goes all up the walls,
so good.
obviously excluding the creature that's up there holding him as well.
Oh, that is so. You have the ability to exclude creatures. I don't want. This is such a nice moment,
It's
but
a
you
feat.
do have that feat.
Oh,
don't
fuck
you?
off! Is it a feat, really?
It is a feat. So even the creature gets healed by this, but
Okay.
so do all your party. This is
Awesome.
such a good moment.
I know,
How
right?
much healing does my little creature take?
1 point of healing. Yeah, I'm trying, Flopsy. I really
Well,
am.
at least you didn't undo all that damage you did to the
I
creature.
know, right? Yeah. So yeah, meager helpings.
I'm a silver linings kind of guy.
Are you doing a move action?
So how far was I away from it in the end? I was, because I tried to put the
Oh,
wall
you
and fell
jumped. You probably
down.
would have been
Am I
on
directly
the floor again.
below it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just I'll move back just a little bit so I can get a bit more of an angle on it. So if I want to,
You could throw from here if you wanted to.
I can't though. I've used up my
No,
standard
but
action.
you don't have to move. If you
Okay,
don't
cool.
want
I'll
to
just stay where I am then. Yeah.
The creature, seeing Flopsy go limp, he just lets it go. Flopsy falls to the ground, 10-foot damage, which damages him a little bit more.
Do I not get a chance to try and catch him if I'm right underneath him?
Reg, make a reflex save.
Reflex.
You were kind of there as well,
I
Miles.
was there.
Let's go.
Ooh,
I think I got this.
I'm ready.
Okay.
This is a Mexican standoff. look at them, Brett. Look at them.
They just-
Both
do you
of
know-
them are poised to
Let's-
tell each other their attack. Okay,
I've got a
wanna-
reflex save on this envelope. I'm going to slide it over here.
this is the last that we're going
Let's
to
go
do
for
this
reflex
today
scores.
because I really don't want this schism between you to grow. But on the count of 3, you are going to tell me your reflex save at the same time.
Wait, can we do bonuses first? So I'm a +1 reflex bonus.
Fuck it. Here we go. This is always what ruins me. I'm a +7.
Oh,
And I always do. I always big it up like this, and then I'm like,
So the over-under is on Luke here.
count of 3, you're going to tell me at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
25.
18. Ooh.
Oh, Reg gets under him. Flopsy falls. Reg just is right there. His oldest friend, I believe.
Yep.
And he just grabs him out of the air. Miles, you're right there. You kind of grab a floppy tail. You kind of help a little. But that's beautiful. You see this creature skitter all the way down to the edge and start moving away down the tunnel.
Same direction as a lady friend went?
Yes, same direction as the princess.
Miles, ghost punch that motherfucker.
Already did. It didn't work. Can't do it again.
Flopsy. Oh, the death gurgle.
Yeah, what the fuck? Flopsy will cast Resurrection on himself and burst for 50 points of healing and enact 5 wishes with all of his abilities. He's unconscious.
Miles McCarthy.
I take off after our lady friend and the creature.
How fast do you move?
It's a good question.
Never,
with
ever split
Human
the
speed.
party.
30 feet.
Fuck.
So how far down the tunnel do you go?
30 feet down the tunnel.
You moving to 30 feet down the tunnel, you get up. You can almost reach him.
All right.
Yeah, he's a lot slower than that. Even though he seems to have, just to get you in on mechanics, he gets 3 move actions around.
Oh,
So he
shit.
gets 3 actions around. But his movement speed ain't great, and he was climbing, which makes him even slower. So you actually you actually catch up to him.
Cool.
Reg.
Okay, so Reg now, obviously with Flopsy, very concerned at how Flopsy's looking, is going to cast Cure Light Wounds.
Ooh, nice.
Is that 1d8?
It's 1d8 plus your cleric level.
Cleric level. 4 points of healing.
Flopsy rouses.
Lovely. Has he got a bit of colour back in his cheeks?
Flopsy, it's your go.
Is it? Flopsy rouses? Don't play my character.
Sorry,
I'll Flopsy all of my own things.
His tail twitches.
I guess he'll stand up, shake himself out of Reggie's arms and say, "Oh, well, that's terrible," and pull out a potion.
Enemy right next to you, Miles McCarthy. Seeing that you're right next to him, you've kind of got him. He's got nothing to do but to attack you. His tentacle comes straight at you on a natural 19. That is a +6 to hit. That's
going to hit.
That's a 25. It deals normal damage and attempts to start a grapple as a free action without provoking an attack of opportunity.
Starts a grapple, so it still has to do a check then.
Yeah.
Look at that. I knew a rule that Justin didn't. Oh, I mean, I was totally blagging it, but fucking, I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
The tentacle flies out at you, Miles McCarthy. It hits you. It does minimum damage of 4, but attempts to start a grapple upon you. That is another natural 19, 27 to begin a grapple.
Now we'll do it.
Yes! Right now, you have a tentacle around your throat, choking you out.
Love it.
Do I look worried?
And that's its go. Miles McCarthy, you'll go.
Question. So I want to do a spell, right?
Yeah.
Touch attack spell.
Yeah.
AOO, even though I'm grappled.
Okay. If you want to cast a spell, first and foremost, you need to make a concentration check
I got that part.
in order to do it. And that concentration check is, I believe, DC plus double the level of 15 plus double the level of the spell.
Main thing I was trying to figure out is do I need to roll to attack as well with it? Or does it just touch it and it goes?
No, you
spell
still
is
have
it?
to make a touch attack.
What spell is it?
Inflict light wounds.
Yep. Miles is going to try and cast a spell.
So you know that you're being choked. You
Right.
can't talk. You can't do anything. You can't breathe at this point. So if you've got a verbal component in your spell, you're not even going to be able to get that off. This is something Miles knows that probably Lindsay doesn't know.
No, yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so Miles is just going to swing up with his fist and try and punch it. I'm going to punch it in the face area. Just a, oh, that's actually good. Grapple rules. Negatives to...
Negatives to attack. I believe it's -2 to attack.
Yep, so -2 on an attack, which takes it to a 21.
21 still actually finds purchase on the creature. Do some damage.
That is 5 points of damage.
Oh, that is a lot of damage. The creature is kind of stunned, reeling back, but it's still on its feet. It's not down yet. As the next round happens, Reggie!
Here, Flopsy, Miles is in trouble. I think he's gone after this thing that had you up there. I think he's just, I don't know, he's trying to impress the girl. I'm going to go help him out. You okay?
I'll be right behind you.
And then Reg just basically jumps up and runs in the direction that they were. So how far away are they?
They're about 30 feet away.
I can
from
see
you.
them, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do my full movement, and when I reach my full movement, I will chuck a shuriken at it.
Ooh, into combat. Remember that.
Yep. So that is a 15 on a ranged attack.
A 15 on a range attack flies wide. One of its tentacles just comes up and swats your shuriken out of the air like it's nothing at all. Flopsy.
So Flopsy's got a potion in one hand. He'll 5-foot step forward. He'll grab a handful of sand, just normal coloured sand, out of his pouch, sprinkle it on the floor as he points his finger at the creature, and a multicoloured ray launches from his finger.
Deborah!
And I'd like you to make a fort save, please, Mr. Choker, with respect.
Natty fucking one.
Sorry, is that did he pass on that?
Fuck off. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. I was having so much fun until the last round.
So just to really mess with your brain, Justin, can you apply 5 points of strength damage to your creature from that Ray of Enfeeblement,
Oh, that is nasty. You know, this guy's just living under a bridge, living his best life. Here you guys come along. All it wants to do is eat. That's what chokers do. And you've come into its natural habitat. You know, there's a society of choker saving right now. It's an endangered animal. You're about to get in trouble by the Absalom Choker Society.
That
that's
sounded
actually a
really
different
bad.
thing. It's actually a different thing.
I think you misunderstood me. I'm not the lead singer from NXS.
Fucking hell.
Oh, now I feel bad. I'm all choked up.
Fucking hell. Well, you know, he is a dad, so you can have a dad joke. That's fine.
Get it? Because I'm choking.
You do?
Yes. Yes, buddy, we got it. Yep. The really
Could you-
fucking
could you-
obvious
could you-
joke that
could you
slapped
draw-
me in the
could you
face
draw-
with
could you draw
all
it for
kinds
me,
of
please?
brutality.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck's going on anymore.
You said the choker was just having a meal under the bridge. Then we Michael Hutchins it. Then we
Don't
went to
have.
bad dad joke. And now we're just waiting for you to kick us back into.
Oh, have you finished your go?
It's 5 points of damage. 5 foot.
strength.
Ray of
Oh,
enfeeblement.
Yeah, okay.
That's where it all started.
That is Flopsy's turn.
Thank fuck for that. It is the choker's go. The choker takes one look at you in its strangled hand. You're still grappled. You're going to take some damage automatically. You take 5 points of damage,
Ooh,
Miles
that one-
McCarthy,
that one
as it
hurt.
squeezes the life out of you, what little it can. And at that point, it falls unconscious.
Was that a
Yo.
was that a reduced strength squeeze?
Fuck.
Yay, Flopsy.
You take 2 points of damage. And it falls unconscious.
Good
Thank
work,
you
Flopsy.
very much for holding me to account on that. Brett!
Yes, thank you. Sounds very
Thank you
appreciated.
very much! I'm having such a good time right now!
It's all right. He's going to get punched in the face while he's down. Don't worry about it.
Oh.
The choker falls to the ground and the tentacle around your neck releases. It just sits there limp on the floor. What are you going to do, Miles? Because it's your go.
Miles is going to and then just lay into it with the boot on the ground. Just kick it in the face.
What a disgrace.
So that's a 15 to hit it on the ground.
Yeah, you hit
Cool.
I'd
automatically.
take the +1 as well.
You
Are
can
you cooting?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Let's
put
do
the
that.
grass.
Hang on, is this a monster?
This is a monster.
Yeah, all right, cool. It's not a sentient being, it's a monster.
What's a sentient being?
Think very
That's the
carefully,
question.
Miles, think very carefully about what you... Oh, you're a witch, you're all right.
Yeah, Reggie's in a monologue just came out
Yeah, I
there.
know, yeah.
So roll twice.
Karate for attack. No, defense. No, fuck.
And you
Sorry.
double the modifiers.
Yeah, it's a critical hit.
Yep. So that is a 17 points of damage.
It is dead than when it
Fuck,
hit the
hang on,
floor.
what? 17 points of damage? How did you get 17 points of damage?
And let me double check my math.
Yeah, I was going to question
That's
that as
fucking
well.
colossal.
Hey, what's your damage dice?
Sorry. Yeah, that is wrong.
What's your damage dice? D6.
D3
D3. What's your strength?
+3.
So the most you can get
Yeah. Yeah.
is 12.
And that's a good fucking 17.
And it's not 12, it's 11.
11.
You
Yeah.
actually did 11 points.
Yeah, I did 11
That's
points of
still
damage.
pretty bloody big.
The little child runs past, pokes it with a stick, and goes, "Oi, mister, that's dead." And you are in a tunnel with just the three of you, and you hear some horse clips from where you've come from. And in comes Piera leading the carriage and the two horses. She's like, "Oh, what happened here?"
Well, this thing came from the roof and it kind of strangled Flopsy and then it strangled me. Those Mars ran off that way. We need to go chase it.
"Oh dear, are you hurt, Flopsy?"
Yes.
She runs over and she administers healing. Like she can visibly see that both you and Miles have
Flopsy's not in a good way.
have really taken it. So she puts her hands on you and she heals you. So Flopsy, in the first healing, you get 5 points of healing back as she prays to Caden Kaylin.
Thank you, madam. That was much appreciated.
How are you looking?
Much better.
Do you still have bruises? Are you
A
still
little
looking-
bruised around the neck. There's a very small margin between dead and really good for Flopsy.
Okay. At that point, she looks at Miles and says, "Miles, get over here. You're not looking too good yourself.
Oh, okay, but then we really need to go after Mara.
By the blessing of Caden Kaylin, and she puts her hand on you, and you get 8 points of healing.
Wow. I feel much better now.
Racist.
That's twice she's healed you, and she's done great healing on you.
I don't heal Tifos. Flopsy, do you need more healing? She looks at you and she says, Flopsy, you going to be all right.
No more
the
time
rest
for
of the
that.
night?"
A good idea, but maybe later. We've got that lady to catch up to. She's
Right.
left out there exposed. And Miles, you right to run with that
Yes,
thing?
what-
She was exposed. I must have missed that. And Miles runs off after her.
What happened to her? Where'd she go?
Miles has got some sort of new vitality. And
She ran down. Catch up. Come on. She ran down there, going home. Our job's to protect her, right?
Oh, that it is.
And we leg it down the way.
in the direction that we think she went.
Yeah, so well, you know that you were approaching the gardens of opulent splendor. You're walking through the mists. There's lights there. You can hear a couple of noises. All of a sudden, you see a sheep just run past you.
Is it on fire?
No, it's not on fire. It just runs straight up the road, up towards the tunnel, the way you've come from. And you hear a bit more of a commotion. As you get to the gates of the gardens of opulent splendor, you hear the sound of yelling and running, which is accompanied by the noise of several different barnyard animals, a chicken clucking, a goat doing a goat's noise. I don't even know what that, bleating. Bleating? Do goats bleat?
Yeah, bleating, yeah. I think
Sound
so.
like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'm a real outside guy. A figure comes running out of the gates and begins to turn towards you. It opens its mouth, and just as it's about to speak, you see a thin green beam of light piercing the fog and striking this jeweled, bespeckled man. He's immediately surrounded by dancing motes of sparkling emerald light, and in less than a heartbeat, he's transformed into a small, grey and white rabbit. A doe darts by him, looks at you, and then heads up the road in the other direction towards where the lighthouse is. Standing just inside the Gardens of Opulent Splendor, you can see before you, there's a small girl of about 6 years old. She's got a too big conical hat on her head with stars and a moon on top of it, and in her hand she has a wand. She looks at you and she says,
I am the mighty Princess Anna. Bow down now and serve me, or I'll turn you all into newts.
and she looks at you and she points the wand at each of you. At that point, you see the lady in scarlet, the princess, kind of gasp and just, no, not again. And she runs back and you can see her run to a house, open the door, go inside. She locks and slams the door in.
Now, you, fetch the bunny
And she points at the little bunny that she just turned into.
and come on in. We're going to have a tea party.
And with that, she turns and runs into a nearby building.
So I throw a shuriken at her as she's running on.
So what door did she go through?
So you see this small little girl turn around and she runs back into a large manor that's just behind her where all of these creatures were moving out of. She runs straight into the open front door of the manor and disappears inside.
But Lady Mara went into just a.
She gone into her own
Lady
home?
Mara's run away.
She's gone.
She yelled, screamed, ran away. Gone into a house. You hear a door slam in the distance.
Can Flopsy do a spellcraft check on that ray of beam of thing that turned?
You sure can.
Flopsy is still asphyxiating. Natural 3. The one thing that he's good for.
Damn!
You guys are standing there. You've got a bunny next to you. You've got a couple of barnyards. You can see a couple of barnyard animals. You can see a chicken in the distance, but there's a bunny right next to you. That's the bunny she gestured at.
A city's always this bonkers.
My good lady, the most powerful, I shall grab said rabbit and follow you into the house. Allow me to grab these servants. Your Excellence.
I think it's quite fitting that Flopsy is the one that grabs the rabbit.
Flopsy says that bluffingly and then goes to grab the rabbit.
Okay. At this moment is the first time you kind of looked around at the gardens of opulent splendor in themselves. You see exotic flora, you see these beautiful trees, you see this very nicely manicured garden and just mansions that go along the side, these picket fences, this Pleasantville kind of look. You see an entire orchard of roses that look like they've actually been created in glass. They're just sitting there. It is a beautiful sight. Someone has put a lot of time and effort. This is where the rich people live. And you pick up the rabbit, you start moving inside. You get inside the mansion. The doors open, of course, on the mansion, and inside's a long hallway. Along the left-hand side of the hallway, you can see a door that's right at the end that's open. You walk up there and you can see a large dining room. It's a very ornately furnished dining room that's quite large. And in the corner, you see a small girl sitting at a table in a corner near a lavish fireplace. You can see various stuffed animals all sitting and arranged on pillows around her. Each one of the animals has a little crown on its head made of paper, and there's colored in parts. She looks up at you and she motions to you to be seated. And she said,
Everyone here is royalty. Now, take a seat. We're all kings and queens and princes and princesses. Now, who are you, servants?
Your
I
Grace.
said, who are you?
and she points the wand at each of you in a menacing way.
Flopsy bows and says, Your Grace, it is our pleasure to await upon you. What is your bidding?
I asked you who you are.
My name is Flopsy.
Well, Flopsy, you're not very nicely mannered, are you? Now, sit down, and who are these other rapscallions? Be careful, or I'll turn you.
Flopsy sits down.
I am Miles McCarthy, Captain of the Guard.
Oh, a captain, you are.
What's your charisma?
Not great.
Just make a diplomacy check for me.
That's a 1. I rolled a 2.
You're a captain? No, you're not. You're just a squire. You'll never be a captain, not in my army. Now sit down, squire.
Yes, sir.
And you, little man, who are you? You're lovely.
Oh, madam, I'm Reginald the gardener.
Oh, Reginald, did you manicure my garden?
I haven't had a chance to get to it yet, my lady.
Okay. Why don't you have a seat and have some tea, and we can talk like very civilized people.
Very generous of you, my lady.
Now, who would like some lovely tea?
Oh, me, miss, please. I love some tea.
That's good, because you're serving it, servant. Now, get up and pour us all some tea. Come on!
And she points the wand straight in your face.
I get up
How
and
far
pour some
away is
tea.
she?
She's just a small girl sitting at a small table. I mean, you're probably sitting here wondering what's going on.
Oh, well, let's pour you some tea then. And he goes and gets the teapot. Oh, you're in luck with some lucky servants. Reggie here is a wonderful storyteller. There's another kid he's meant to be telling a story to later.
Another kid? Reginald, why have you done this? I'm supposed to be the only person you play with. This is all my uncle's fault. He is horrible. He never lets me play at all. And now you've come into my life and you won't play with me at all. He just makes me study all the time. Even the maids and butlers won't play with me. He says that I could be a great wizard someday if I keep at it. But it's so boring. I cast cantrips, but that's all he'll teach me. So you know what? This afternoon, I snuck up to his study while he was out. I know all the passwords to get up there, and I was just looking at some of his stuff when he came home. Boy, was he mad! He yelled and screamed, his face went red, and he had these large veins that were popping out in his forehead. And I couldn't get him to stop yelling at me. I said, stop yelling, and he said no, and he said he was going to punish me. So I grabbed the wand and said the magic word, and he didn't yell at me then. You're not going to yell at me, are you, Reggie?
How far away is she?
She's just across the table.
How far away?
Oh, not super far away.
Far away from enough for me to try and trip her?
Well, she's sitting down.
She's a child.
Gently trip her?
She's sitting down.
Okay.
She's sitting down. So you're not going to yell at me, are you, Reggie?
Oh, absolutely not, my lady.
That's good for you.
Miles, I don't believe this girl's got any passwords to any such libraries. Obviously, that's fiction and poppycock. No one would, no child like this would be able to get us into any high library or
That's
place of
not
magic.
true. That is not true at all. I know all the passwords for all of everything.
You do not.
I
Don't.
Why don't you
too.
prove it then?
Well, come on.
And she gets on up out of her chair and she
Walks off and she said, I'll prove it to all of you. Just you wait.
and she points her wand at you and she's like, pa, pa, pa. She walks all the way out and you follow her all the way up to some stairs. And when she gets to the stairs, she starts walking up them and she looks at you in very poignant moments. She says,
Bright fires burn on dark earthen loam, dry cold waters, and winds that blow home.
and then she walks right up to the door at the very top of the stairs. And you can see her opening those stairs. She looks at you, puts her hand on her shoulders and says, ha, ha, ha.
I say, that's quite magnificent what you just did, but surely that's all you know. Someone of your age couldn't learn more than that.
No, I know it all. I know everything that goes on in here. My uncle might not teach me, but I know so much more than he thinks I know.
Prove to me your cleverness, young lady.
Upon entering the room, you can see that right there in that said room is a goat. The goat's wearing purple robes that are a little too big for it. You also see it wearing a hat that's kind of fallen sideways over one eye, and it's just chewing on the pages of a book. It turns and looks at you.
See, I told you I could get up here. Didn't I, Uncle Verdast?
And she looks at the goat as she says that.
That can't be your uncle, my lady. That's a goat.
Oh, it is my uncle, and he's not yelling at me anymore. You're not yelling at me, are you, Reggie?
No, not at all, madam. I'm just finding it hard to believe that that goat was a person. I mean, how on earth have you managed to change a person into a goat?
Well, I know the password for this wand.
I'm not sure, Miss. What you need to prove it.
Before you tell us about the wand, was this where you met your uncle and used that wand on him?
Yes.
I thought you said you were in his study.
Well, we are in his study.
Here?
This is his study.
Where are
right?
his spell books and stuff if this is his study?
Well,
And you're looking around. And she's kind of looking at all the books around you and the library that's the part of the study and the book that the goat's chewing on.
what do you mean, where are all the spell books? You're not very smart, are you, Flopsy? You mustn't be as smart as I am. I'm so smart.
Well, ma'am, I must say that you must be extremely smart. I mean, I'm just a simple gardener, ma'am. I can't even believe that you've turned a man into a goat.
Oh, I can turn another one.
could
How
you-
about I turn Miles into something?
Could you turn a goat back into a man by any chance?
Of course I can.
Could you do that? Are you that powerful?
Make a diplomacy check.
18 on a diplomacy.
Reggie,
For you, I would do anything. And with that, she takes the wand, she points it at the goat, and she says,
Griznat!
and you see a green light, the same as you saw before. It hits the goat, and you see the goat turn into, just kind of quiver a little bit and turn into an elderly man who puts his hand on his shoulders and says,
I've never. How dare you do?
and she kind of looks at him again and waves the wand. He goes,
Give that to me.
and he grabs the wand straight out of the little girl's hands and says,
You cannot just go around pointing wands at people and turning them into whatever you want.
There's also a bunny downstairs, which I think was someone else.
What do you mean, a bunny downstairs?
And a sheep and
Yes,
no.
a
Number
couple
of farm
sheep,
animals,
yes,
sir.
Yeah.
yeah. And with that, the girl looks at him and says,
I'll get the bunny. Sorry, Uncle.
and she runs away down the stairs and she comes up and the old man kind of looks at you. This is an old man who's pretty short in stature. He's pretty wide. He's got a
There's nothing wrong with that.
He's got a big white goatee, but he's got
goatee.
he's got piercing black eyes that give you a hint of the intelligence that lies behind this exterior facade that actually looks quite nice. And he's a really nice old man, kind of like Punky Brewster's uncle.
It's Punky Brewster.
Oh boy.
He's a nice old man, and you automatically feel for him. You get a sense of his charismatic charm. He's one of those people that's just got an energy that you want to be around, an energy of calmness. He says,
I am so sorry for all of this. My niece has been up to a lot of mischief. I mean, what else has she done tonight?
Allow me to introduce myself. Jarty Spinderstrike. People call me Flopsy. But it would appear she's been using that wand on people so that she could have a tea party downstairs.
Oh, no.
What one would wonder quite how much other magical artifacts you have lying around, and perhaps we should take care of them for you.
I assure you, this room is very well taken care of. I have a lot of spells on here. Oh, here she comes.
and you can see her walk back up, and she's got the rabbit in her hand, and he grabs the wand and he says, Griznat, at the rabbit that's in front of him. And the rabbit turns into another man that's got a butler's uniforms on. And with that, he says,
That's it. I quit. Never again. Never again.
and he runs down the stairs. As he runs down the stairs, you hear the alarm go off that's like, mark, 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 mark. And the old man looks at her and says,
Go and turn that off. You obviously know how to do it.
he kind of looks at you and says,
Oh, this is rather embarrassing. Look, maybe we could keep this between ourselves. Look,
how about you take these? And he kind of pushes behind himself and just grabs 3 potions automatically and goes, yes, healing. Take one of these. These are good for watch members. And maybe he looks at your faces. Maybe take some of these as well. And he grabs just 3 other potions from a shelf and he hands you one each. If you could each roll a d10 for me, we will find out which random potion you get from the random potion table.
Reg rolled a 10.
10?
Miles rolled a 9.
You rolled a 9, Miles.
4.
4. Reg, he hands you one and he says, bull strength. Here you go.
Strength.
And you can have an aid. Was it Miles, did you say? And you look very sickly. Here, have another cure one. This one's a little more powerful than the last one I gave you. I'm sorry to bother you. Look, I shall get back to it and I'll go and figure out where all these people are and turn them back. I've got a lot to do, to do. Thank you for the night watch. Good
Sir,
good night.
you should always change your password regularly and never write them down.
My password's good. It's QWERTY.
See, now you've told us, and now you have to change it straight away.
Oh, shit.
Try PASSWORD.
1.
I like to use passphrases, like a word or a sentence that has spaces in it, and
I did. The bright fires burned.
It would appear that the young mistress knows all of your passwords. Perhaps clear the cache and start again.
Yes, I assure you this shan't happen again. Very embarrassing. I really do apologize. I'm sure you've got a lot of things to do. Yes.
Carry
And
on,
he
let's get
kinda
about it.
Ushers you out the door as you can see him turning redder and redder as the evening goes. He goes, I've got a lot to do with oh no, not her as well. And he looks at a chicken that's running through the kitchen. I'm never going to hand you the end
Head
of
on,
this.
good Master Varas. We will see ourselves out. You head on. You've got busy work to do. Off
And
you go.
And as you walk out, you hear him go, I'm going to have to hire a whole new staff again.
So let's go find Mara.
I just want to check these first potions he gave us.
Yep, they are cure light wounds potions.
And then a cure serious or a resurrection potion?
Cure moderate?
Resurrection. Worth a go.
Cure moderate wounds. And you find yourself standing in the Garden of Opulent Splendor. You're surrounded by lovely, rich houses. It's beautifully manicured. This is a really nice place. And you see him running after a goat at one point and finding another animal, a little pony comes galloping by and he comes running past and you see the little girl going, ha ha ha, oh, I'm having so much fun, Uncle. Why can't we do this all the time? And as you walk off into the distance and continue your patrolling, soon enough, Piera comes in with the horses and you see her leading the horse down into another house and she sort of parks it and a stable man comes out, takes it off her and she kind of nods to him. And
Is that Mara's house?
I think it is, yes.
We should make sure she got home okay.
You go for it, boy. You go for it.
I would assure you that her stableman says she's not in a very nice mood right now. I think we better give that one a bit of a wide berth.
Flopsy's standing there with 2 potions in his hand, looks at Reg, puts the bigger potion he's got in his hand in Reg's hand and takes a smaller potion out of Reg's other hand.
What?
I just swapped your cure light for a cure mod.
Why do I need a cure mod?
Because I don't need a cure mod.
Why don't you need a cure mod?
Because I don't have that many hit points.
All right, okay. Cool.
So where's the next...
And
Piera,
all
where's
of-
the next place on the list? We're going to head.
That would appear to be like all of Absalon is now safe and we can head back to the barracks.
What do you mean head back? We've got to go into the warehouse section. We haven't even patrolled there's plenty of places that we've got to go.
Is there
I've
somewhere we
forgotten
can...
how to talk in my accent. I've forgotten my own voice.
Is there somewhere we can stop for a quick drink? I'm parched after all that.
So down to the warehouses, is it lift left or right? And just one other question, which way is left?
And out of the Gardens of Opulent Splendor you go, into the night, into the mist.
Why are these orchids shaped like roses made of glass?
You start walking out of the Gardens of Opulent Splendor, feeling like you've done a pretty good job here, but the rest of the night's left to go. And we'll continue that next time.
Do you see me kill that strangle monster thing?
So Miles, hitting a creature while it's on the ground unconscious is quite
It tried to kill us.
unsporting. Perhaps you could tie it up before.
It almost killed you. It tried to kill me. It was a monster. What do I care about it?
Well, all the blood did rush somewhere.